Did you know that 18 common foods could be lethal for your furry friend? In this video, we'll uncover the everyday items lurking in your kitchen that pose a serious threat to your dog's health. From snacks you might be tempted to share to ingredients you'd never expect. We'll reveal the dangers hiding in plain sight. Plus, stick around till the end for a shocking revelation about a popular treat many dog owners give their pets without realizing the risks. Your dog's life could depend on what you learn in the next few minutes. First up, we have chocolate. You've probably heard this one before, but do you know why it's so dangerous? Chocolate contains theobromine, a compound that dogs cannot metabolize as efficiently as humans. It's like slow-acting poison for them. But here's the kicker, not all chocolate is created equal. Dark chocolate and baking chocolate are far more dangerous than milk chocolate. In fact, as little as 1 ounce of dark chocolate could be fatal for a small dog. Imagine that, something so delicious to us could be a death sentence for our furry friends. Next on our list is a surprising one, grapes and raisins. These seemingly innocent fruits can cause rapid kidney failure for dogs. But here's the mystery. Scientists still aren't sure exactly what compounds in grapes cause this reaction. Even more baffling, some dogs can eat grapes with no ill effect, while others suffer severe reactions from just a few. It's like a game of Russian roulette. You never want to play with your pet's life. Speaking of fruits, let's talk about avocados. They're a superfood for humans, packed with healthy fats and nutrients, but for dogs, they're super dangerous. Avocados contain persian, a fungicidal toxin that can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and even heart damage in dogs. It's present in the fruit, leaves, bark, and seed of the avocado plant. So if you're an avocado lover with a green thumb, you might want to reconsider growing that avocado tree in your backyard. Now here's a tricky one, xylitol. Never heard of it? You're not alone, but it might be in more of your foods than you realize. Xylitol is an artificial sweetener found in many sugar-free products like gum, candy, and even some peanut butter brands. For humans, it's a low-calorie sugar substitute. For dogs, it's a potential killer. Xylitol causes a rapid drop in blood sugar and can lead to liver failure. The scariest part? It acts fast. Symptoms can appear in as little as 30 minutes after ingestion. We're just getting started, and we've already discovered 4 dangerous foods you might never have suspected. But there's so much more you need to know to keep your dog safe. Let's continue our journey through this culinary minefield. Have you ever shared your morning coffee with your dog? I hope not, because caffeine is next on our list. Like chocolate, caffeine contains compounds that dogs can't properly metabolize. It can lead to restlessness, rapid breathing, heart palpitations, and muscle tremors. In severe cases, it can cause collapse and even death. And it's not just coffee. Tea, energy drinks, and even some medications contain caffeine, so keep that morning brew to yourself. Now let's talk about a food that might surprise you, onions and garlic. These flavor-packed vegetables belong to the allium family, and they're a big no-no for dogs. They can damage your dog's red blood cells, leading to anemia. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter if they're raw, cooked, or powder. All forms are dangerous. Even that tiny bit of onion powder in your favorite chip could be harmful if your dog gets into the bag. Speaking of snacks, let's address a common one, macadamia nuts. These creamy, delicious nuts are a gourmet treat for humans, but they're toxic to dogs. Even a small amount can cause weakness, depression, vomiting, and hyperthermia in dogs. The exact cause isn't known, but the effects can last up to 48 hours. Imagine your dog suffering for 2 days just because of a few nuts that rolled off your cheese board. If you're finding any value in this video so far, then please support the channel by clicking the subscribe button now. Now here's one that might shock you, raw or undercooked meat and eggs. But wait, you might say, aren't dogs descended from wolves? Shouldn't they be able to eat raw meat? While it's true that dogs are carnivores, domestication has changed their digestive systems. Raw meat and eggs can contain bacteria like Salmonella or E. coli that can be just as dangerous to dogs as they are to humans. Plus, raw eggs contain an enzyme that can lead to skin and coat problems. So while your pup might give you those pleading eyes when you're preparing dinner, resist the urge to toss them a piece of raw chicken. Let's switch gears and talk about something sweet, fruit pits and seeds. Specifically, we're talking about fruits like cherries, peaches, and plums. The flesh of these fruits isn't toxic to dogs, but the pits and seeds are a different story. They contain cyanide, which is poisonous to dogs and humans alike. But while you might carefully eat around a cherry pit, your dog is likely to swallow it whole, leading to cyanide poisoning. Plus, the pits can cause intestinal blockages, which can be life-threatening. The foods we've covered so far are crucial to avoid, but the ones coming up might surprise you even more. Keep watching and make sure you're not unknowingly putting your dog at risk. Now we're approaching the halfway point of our list. But don't tune out just yet. We've got some real surprises coming up. Our 10th item is one that many dog owners give their pets without a second thought: cooked bones. Surprised? You're not alone. Many people think it's natural for dogs to chew on bones. After all, their wild ancestors did it, right? But here's the catch. Cooked bones can splinter into sharp pieces that can puncture your dog's digestive tract. They can also cause choking or intestinal blockages. So those leftover chicken bones from your family dinner, they're better off in the trash than in your dog's bowl. Moving on to number 11, salt. Yes, regular table salt. While a small amount isn't likely to harm your dog, too much salt can be dangerous. It can lead to excessive thirst and urination, and in severe cases, sodium ion poisoning. This can cause vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, and even seizures. And it's not just the salt shaker you need to worry about. Many human foods are high in salt, from potato chips to cured meats. So think twice before sharing your salty snacks with your furry friend. Now let's talk about something you might not expect: nutmeg. This popular spice, often used in baked goods and holiday treats, can be toxic to dogs in large quantities. It contains a compound called myristicin, which can cause disorientation, increased heart rate, high blood pressure, dry mouth, abdominal pain, and even seizures. While it's unlikely your dog would eat enough nutmeg to cause severe poisoning, it's best to keep those Christmas cookies and pumpkin pies out of reach. Number 13 on our list is alcohol. You might think this one's obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people think it's funny to let their dogs have a sip of beer or wine. The truth is, alcohol affects dogs in much the same way it affects humans, but it takes far less to do serious damage. Even small amounts of alcohol can cause vomiting, diarrhea, central nervous system depression, problems with coordination, difficulty breathing, coma, and even death. So keep those adult beverages to yourself and your human friends only. Here's one that might surprise you: mushrooms. While not all mushrooms are toxic to dogs, it's best to err on the side of caution to keep all mushrooms away from your furry friend. Some mushrooms can cause severe digestive upset, while others can lead to liver failure, kidney damage, or even be fatal. And here's the kicker: many of the most dangerous mushrooms look very similar to safe ones. Unless you're an expert mycologist, it's not worth the risk. Don't tune out just yet. These last few items are just as important as the first. And number 18 might be the most shocking of all. Your attention to these details could make all the difference in your dog's health and happiness. Number 15 on our list is a common ingredient in many households: yeast dough. While baked bread is generally safe for dogs in small quantities, raw dough can be dangerous. When a dog eats raw yeast dough, the dough continues to rise in their warm, moist stomach. This can lead to dangerous bloat, also known as gastric dilation volvulus, GDV. Additionally, as the yeast ferments in the stomach, it produces alcohol, which we've already discussed can be toxic to dogs. So keep that rising pizza dough well out of reach. Now let's talk about something you might have in your medicine cabinet: human medications. Many common over-the-counter and prescription medications can be extremely dangerous for dogs. Pain relievers like ibuprofen and naproxen, antidepressants, and even seemingly harmless medications like antihistamines can cause serious problems in dogs. Never give your dog any medication without consulting your veterinarian first, and always keep your meds in a secure place where your curious pup can't get to them. Number 17 is a sneaky one: corn on the cob. Now, corn itself isn't toxic to dogs, but the cob can cause serious problems. Dogs love to chew on corn cobs, but they can't digest them. This can lead to intestinal blockages that may require surgery to remove. So while it's okay to give your dog a few kernels of corn, never let them gnaw on the cob. Now this one might just surprise you: dairy products. Yes, that includes milk, cheese, and ice cream. While many dogs love these treats, most adult dogs are actually lactose intolerant. They lack the enzyme needed to properly digest lactose, which can lead to stomach pain, gas, bloating, and diarrhea. The level of intolerance varies between dogs, making it a risky gamble. Plus, dairy products are often high in fat, potentially contributing to obesity and pancreatitis. So next time you're enjoying a bowl of ice cream, resist those pleading puppy dog eyes. Your furry friend's stomach will thank you for it. Now I know what you're thinking: what can I feed my dog? No worries, it's not all doom and gloom. You've made it through the danger list, and now it's time for some good news. Some foods that we eat are completely safe for our dogs too. To discover these tasty, nutritious snacks, click the video on the screen now. Your dog will love you for it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.